SuperTalk Mississippi media production. Pike County, here comes your morning show. Dave in the morning on 93.5 FM, SuperTalk Mississippi.
So now, understand, you're not going to dictate to me what I do and what I don't do, but I'm still the mayor, Mr. Brown.
None of this meeting is recorded. None by any party. Correct?
No, sir, mine is recorded. I'm being accused.
Any conversation.
Said I want to make it on record. I want the allegations in writing, or the accused, or on recording of this harassment.
And now, here's your host, Dave Hughes.
Good morning to you. How you doing? On a Tuesday morning, another beautiful day in Southwest Mississippi. And, well, it may not have started out for you to be this way, but it's about to be a high energy day because we have the one and only India Woods in studio with us. How are you?
Good morning. I was waiting for you to say the it girl.
I almost did. I came that close. Old habits die hard. I almost said it.
Hey, I'll forever go down in history as that from you.
Yes, I tagged you
from
with
you.
that.
That's right.
Boy, did that stick.
Boy, did it. That's funny.
Well, when you have a good idea, it just kind of grows.
Hey, you have one in your lifetime, right?
Yeah, that was it. That's all I had.
Hey.
I'm
love
out
it.
now. How you been doing?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Doing good.
Good. It is a beautiful day outside.
Yes, it is. We got a fairly beautiful week lined up.
I know, and I'm not here in this capacity today.
Tomorrow
I'm coming back for that. But I will mention Smoking on Tracks. It's going to be beautiful weather this weekend.
Yes, the forecast looks gorgeous.
Stay tuned for tomorrow for more information, but put it on your calendar today.
Yeah. See, we have a double booking with India.
That's right.
Because we got two different things to talk about.
That's
Smoking
right.
with the Tracks tomorrow. By the way, if you haven't ever been to Smoking on the Tracks, what's wrong with you? But
it's amazing.
We'll get into that tomorrow. Today, we're talking about something neat that Pike National Bank is doing. That
this
I think is
paying gig.
Really good. This is how you actually keep the lights on.
Yes. So the Pike National Bank we are a community bank. And what that means is we put funds back into our community. We feel, and we have developed a motto called, if you see a need, take the lead. And that is what we've done with first responders and all the different branches that entails. So we have created a program called the First Responder Heroes Assistance Program. I have to read it. I always get confused. So it's the First Responder Heroes Assistance Program. We know as budgets are cut, limited resources, these different branches still need all this stuff. They still need supplies. They still need, they need all the things that entails. And as you can imagine with technology, things are not getting cheaper for them. No. And when it comes to saving lives, do you want cheap things? When it comes to fire protectants and bulletproof vests.
With the advances in technology, the other change that has brought about is there's a lot more replacement than repair that happens when something breaks. A lot of this stuff, you can't fix it. It's cheaper to just get a new one.
Right.
Whereas, 30 years ago, you just get out some duct tape and wrap it up real good and keep going.
We found out that doesn't work all the time.
No,
well, and things time out. They only last for 5 years or whatever. So basically, we have completed we have. What's the word I'm looking for? Put together. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's going to happen all week, so just get ready. We have put together a program for Pike, Lincoln, and Walthall, and those are the counties that Pike National serves. And we've got applications at all of our different branches. And it entails, just who, what, when, where, why you are, what you need. We need, receipts. We need why you needed all the things. we will be taking applications through June 1st, and it's for first responders groups, law enforcement, fire departments, EMS, emergency dispatch, and CERT teams. So we're just real excited about this. And I've talked to several groups, and they're very thankful and very excited because they are like, you have no idea how needed this is.
Well, and the thing is, it's not just for equipment. We talked about that, but this could go for training.
Yeah,
this could go for anything like that.
Yes, it's very, very good. We're very, very excited about this. So, it's going to be $30,000 given out as we see fit amongst those 3 counties. So I'm just excited that I work for a place that feels so strongly about our community as I do.
And this
maybe more because they got the money to put it back in. Hello.
Oh no, you feel just as strongly.
Right.
You're broke.
Right.
Trust me, I understand that.
Right, that's right.
Now, just to make sure that we draw a line under it and make this perfectly clear,
Sure.
This is not a loan. This is a grant.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, exactly right. It's free money for them.
Hey.
Hello, and just to remind everybody, we have our main office branch on Rawls Drive. We have our Brookhaven branch on Highway 51 in Brookhaven.
North of
That's right.
Brookway,
That's right.
right
Tylertown branch is on Beulah Avenue. Veterans Boulevard branch is on Veterans in front of Lowe's or Chick-fil-A. Everybody knows Chick-fil-A. And then our Broadway branch is on Broadway. It's our little smaller branch.
They're well named. Very well done.
Isn't that good?
Y'all had a meeting, didn't you?
I tell you what, that was my idea. Those names were
there.
me. They just called them that branch over there before I came about.
Well, your raise is incoming, I'm sure.
Exactly. But the packet entails all of the information they need, and it even has an envelope that they can send it back to us free of charge. Or you can drop it to any of the branches, and they will get it to me.
Now, the only catch, if there is one, they have to have their application in by June 1st,
Correct.
I think it is? Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
So
that's the only catch.
You got a month and a half.
And we need you to fill out your paperwork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't need you to leave half of it blank because we don't need to guess or, I have a feeling that these ladies and gentlemen will have no problem filling out every blank.
Oh, no, you're going to get additional sheets of paper added to it.
Exactly. So just go on like I had met with one of them the other day. Just put what you need on there and let's see what goes.
And I'm kind of reaching a bit here. I'm guessing at something, but if you have a question, you're like, well, what I really need is this, but I don't know if this applies to that or not.
Right.
Call you
That's
guys.
right. Call me, India at 601-249-4652. Call me, and if I don't know, which I very well may not, or maybe having a moment, I'll find out for you.
And get the information right back to you.
That's right. That's right.
I feel like I don't have to say this to first responders, but don't be shy.
No, please don't. And
reach out to them.
And let me just say this while I'm on the air. We are doing a first responders lunch at Pike National on April 23rd at the main branch. And on April 24th, we're doing it in Brookhaven from 11 to 2. So y'all stop by and y'all get some drinks and y'all get some food and we'll have some giveaways. And we just have a really good time when we do that.
Yeah, it's a week from this Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, and it's so fun to just hang out with these guys in a cool, laid-back setting. Nobody's in trouble. Nobody's pulled over on the side of the road. It's just fun. They're really a fun group of guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry.
I will say, and I realize I am biased by my upbringing, you'll never find a cooler group of people to hang around than first responders.
That's right. Even with all the trouble Dave got in, he still liked them.
I'm still on post office walls to this day.
You grew up in that culture.
As I have, people have talked about it before, and I'll say, well, I grew up in a sea of highway patrol boots.
How about that?
I was 2, and I looked around, and all I could see was shiny black leather all the way around.
How about that? That can be good and bad.
Depends on what you've been up to today.
Correct.
Because they all know you daddy. That's not good.
Right. That's right.
But a fantastic group of people. And
yes.
I realize we talk about them all the time, but at the same time, I don't think they get enough recognition.
No, and they are, with all these budget cuts, they're drowning.
Yes.
And it makes their job so much harder when they don't have the equipment. When they put their head down at night, they're just totally thinking about how much money do I need to get everything done and how much money I don't have. So that's where Pike National is trying to step in.
Yeah.
And fill a need and fill the need.
And, this is great because let's be honest, even we're talking about their budgets in the department, but the municipality or the county or the state or whatever, they don't have the money either, a lot of them at the moment. And you seem to be quite cranky about having your taxes raised. So somebody has to do something. Right. And that's what you guys are doing. At
exactly. And I'd say let other people join in.
Yes.
Hell, let's help them. Let's get them what they need.
Let's pile on.
Yeah.
We need somebody to just organize a whole bunch of people together, like what you're doing with Pike National Bank.
That's right.
And make it this big, all-encompassing thing.
That's right.
And I nominate you because you got nothing to do with your time.
Oh, well, I appreciate the confidence, but I'm going to have to. I've been trying to learn the word no.
Yeah, that's a hard one to learn, isn't it?
I'm going to decline that, but thank you for thinking of me.
You know what happens when you firmly internalize the use of the word no? You know what happens? Nap time.
Somebody told me if you say the word no 4 times, people will stop asking you.
Usually, yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, well, I need to ask her 5 more times during the show here just to see.
That's right. Well, we're very excited about this program. We're looking forward to seeing all the applications, seeing what everybody needs. It's interesting, and it's a good way for us to get to know these different departments. And, even for years to come, we want them to come to us if they need something. We want to be there to help them. That's what we are here for.
Well, and that's what's so neat about this, because this isn't some corporate office off somewhere that came up with this as a great way to get some good press. No, these are people right here at Pike National Bank that are trying to help the first responders right here.
We're going to put yes, exactly. It's not like it's going to stay right here in our 3 counties that we serve. We're going to put our money where our mouth is.
That's fantastic.
How about that?
As you came up with this whole idea, didn't you?
I did. I am just, between the branch names and this, I'm just maxed out.
I don't know how you're keeping up, to be honest with you.
I did not come up with this. I'm sorry that I didn't. I wish I could take credit for it. That's a brainchild from one of our different groups at the bank. But they're always, I'm telling you, the people in that bank, the different groups within the bank are always looking for ways to reach out and to do things like this. And I think that's amazing.
Now, the applications are available now, right?
They are at all the different branches. And if you get tied up and you need me to bring you one, just reach out. Let me know. 249-4652. A lot of y'all know my cell numbers. Let me know, and I'll be happy to drop you by one. We didn't want to be responsible for taking one to everybody because there's so many different ones.
Well, that's the thing. It would be very easy to forget someone, not on purpose.
No. There's just different branches. So many different branches. Well,
there's a lot of first responders, and they move around a lot. It's hard to keep up with them.
Yes.
So
yes, very much
makes perfect sense. So just stop by your branch of Pike National Bank, wherever it may be. They've got them at all of them.
And hey, here's a thought. If you don't bank with us, as you stop by to get a packet, why don't you open an account with us? Right?
And then you could take the money and put it in the account. And it's a good day for everybody.
Personally, that's a great way to, I'm seasoned. We always would like new customers. So,
well, before you go,
yes,
we'll talk for just a second, if you don't mind, about smoking on the tracks, because Brandon will be here tomorrow, and neither one of us will get a word in edgewise.
Oh, Brandon! I told him last night I was with him. I said my eyes are going to get permanently stuck from rolling down at you. Like when y'all walk up to me, my eyes are stuck back in my head. No, Brandon is around.
He is really talented, and he's talented in a lot of ways.
More energy than anybody I've ever seen in my life.
It's obnoxious, it's obscene, and it's a little insulting, to be honest.
And it's Brandon.
Yes.
Ta-da!
He's a great guy, but at the same time, I'm sitting here trying to figure out if I can make it to the end of the show before I take my first nap of the day, and he's like, I'm swinging from the chandeliers.
It's
amazing.
He is so passionate about this area, and he's so passionate about what he puts his heart and soul into, and he's coming strong with Smoking on the Tracks, and the best thing I ever did last year was get him involved, and he was only involved a tiny bit last year from the very end, and this year he's been in from the very beginning, and he's got great ideas. He knows how to pull the trigger on the ideas, and he's great at marketing, and he's talked me into getting like Dr. Czar. I wouldn't have had the nerve to spend the money and get Dr. Czar. But, you know, I feel like Dr. Czar has a pulling, and I am so excited about Dr. Czar. I'm excited about all of our music starting at 6 o'clock on Friday night.
We have got to get a hold of Dr. Czar and see if they can call you up on stage to help them with a song.
Oh, I definitely don't think that's what they need to do.
Oh, no,
I don't much care for things like that, Dave.
I know. That's what makes it so funny.
I know. Brandon would, on the other hand, love to go up there, and I keep pointing at him like he's here. But, yeah, Friday it starts at 6 o'clock, and we've got y'all. We'll talk more about the lineup tomorrow because I don't have it all in my in front of me, and I won't remember.
For this.
I didn't. I had to put my work hat on. But it's just a lot. Vendors, we have over 70 vendors.
Oh wow!
We have a car show.
Is that a record?
It's getting
close.
there. I just have a real good feeling about the 15th annual. I think it's going to be big. I think it's going to be good. I mean, I just have such amazing sponsors. I hardly get any no's. I mean, really, I don't. It's just amazing. And thank y'all. Thank y'all so much, because not only is this event being put on for the community, but it's also giving money for like 5 or 6 local nonprofits that have become to depend on this money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah. And I try to be cheap with this because I don't want to spend all the money because I want to have the money to give away. But I feel like if you spend it, more will come.
Yes.
You know, so we're really excited. We've got some billboards that we looked up on this last week and got a deal on them in Hammond.
Oh, wow.
And so we have them here and in Hammond. And thank you to that group that reached out to us and offered us a darn deal, because I'm cheap and I didn't want to spend the money. But I'm like, come on. If you spend it, they will come, right?
Well, that's the way it works.
Right. If you build it, they will come. If you spend it, they will come. So come, y'all, this weekend in Downtown Summit. I'm telling you, you won't regret it.
And just to bring it back around full circle, if you're a first responder and you come to Summit on the Tracks, they'll let you listen to all the music for free.
For free.
Yeah.
And it's great music, y'all. I'm super excited. Plan to just stay Saturday from 10 to 9:30.
We'll get into more details about it tomorrow. Well, Brandon will. You and I will just sit here
and that's why
we'll just pull over to the side over here and have our own conversation.
And that's kind of one thing I like about him. I don't ever have to worry about there being a lag in the conversation.
Oh no,
he got it.
Definitely. The program, one more time. Let's go over the details.
First Responder Heroes Assistance Program. You can get applications at any of our branches right now.
Pike National Bank. You have to have them turned in by June 1st, and that's law enforcement, fire departments, EMT, emergency dispatch, and CERT teams, Pike, Lincoln, and Walthall counties. And a total of $30,000 will be divided out to, to the ones that we choose. And please note, that doesn't mean each applicant gets $30,000.
No.
$30,000 is the pot.
Right. We wish. We do wish that, but we have a budget.
Now, and the other thing, I would assume the applications are going to kind of be arranged in order of importance. If somebody puts in they want a pinball machine for the break room, it's going to the bottom of the pile, guys.
Right. When all the different budgets don't fall and everybody has lots and lots of money, then maybe we can buy a pinball machine. I don't think this is the time, though. But yes, you're exactly right. We've never done this before, so this is kind of a this is a new process for us. So I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do it, but it's definitely going to be probably what's the good for the most amount.
Well, it's a fantastic idea.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's really helpful. It's something that's helping everybody in the community. So
correct.
Good job on that.
Thanks.
I have finally decided how to deal with your name. I'm just going to start calling you India Warwood.
India Warwood. There you go.
That's your name.
It's weird. I've really had no trouble switching over from Warshower to Woods, and I was Warshower for a long time.
Most, if not all, of your life.
Yes. Well, yeah. So anyway.
Boy, did that really simplify getting people to spell your name right?
Did it? And people were like, I can take a breath of relief if they have to introduce me. Oh. Thanks, y'all, for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a great time.
Yeah, definitely. And we will have you again tomorrow.
I will see y'all tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Smoking on the Tracks Day.
Different hat. A fun hat. This is a business hat.
She's got the Warwoods party hat coming on tomorrow.
That's right. That's
right.
It's
going to be that kind of day. We continue on this Tuesday morning right after this. Keep it here.
Gonna tell you what you can do with my love. All right.
Every now and then, we remind all of you loving, awesome, hardworking husbands that you have a premium it's time to renew. No, it's not life insurance, car insurance, or health insurance. It's way more important than those. I'm Kristen. Gentlemen, it's time to renew those long-term wife insurance policies. When you surprise her with a gift from Selman's, you remind her that no matter what lies ahead, you and she will get through it together. Your gift tells her this long-term wife insurance policy is for life. Renew your long-term wife insurance policy right here at Selman's. We're in it for the long term with you.
Don't miss Dave in the morning. Even when you miss it the first time, you can catch it on the podcast. Missing out would be a crime. Super Talk 93.5 is always the place to be. Want to get the podcast version? Here, my friend, is the key. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. It's all around, it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon, or Apple, or just right there on the page. Dave in the morning, late at night, or anytime you have the crave. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com.
Weekday mornings at 6 after 9 on 93.5 FM, or you can catch up anytime by going to
SuperTalkPikeCounty.com.
Dave in the Morning at SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. Catch up and catch on.
Seems like each time I'm with you, I lose my mind because I'm bending over backwards to relate. It's one thing to complain, but when you're driving me insane, well then I think it's time that we took a break. Maybe we're just trying too hard, when really it's closer than it is too far. 'Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep up above in my head instead of going under. 'Cause I'm in
Welcome back.
and I'm trying to
Super Talk, Mississippi, Pike County, 93.5. Dave Hughes on a Tuesday morning. Little birdie tells me there's an interesting court hearing going on this morning, so I pass that along. Regarding the, involving the city of Macomb in a way. We'll talk about that once everything is done. I'm not going to give anything else away. Having said that, it could be a real, I want to call it a rip snorter, but that probably is not doing it quite enough justice, so we'll just wait and see. We do have a meeting tonight of the Macomb City Board of Mayor and Selectmen, with basically a whole bunch of nonsense on the agenda. Well, it is what it is. We're gonna run down this quickly here. You've got the consent agenda, the consent docket. Municipal court revenues, $31,598. Privilege licenses and such, $10,300. And the claims docket, a lean, skinny, dare I say frugal, $558,000. What a bargain! That's for the 2-week period from March 24th through April 14th. If you remember, the last few have been well over $1 million. One of them was over $2 million for a 2-week period. And then the financial report they'll be receiving from February. I love how we're just plopping that into the consent docket so we don't have to talk about it. It's a lot better to just kind of wave your hand and make it go away. Because you start talking about it and details come out. And once details start coming out, then people want to ask questions. And there have to be explanations. And it gets exhausting making up fund balances because you don't know, but you want to make sure it looks good. What? Moving on. The main agenda, item number 2. Invoice from Dickerson & Bowen, $221,000. For the overlay project and Macomb's use tax water improvements. Number 3, Suncoast Infrastructure. They're the ones that did the work on the MLK sewer lift station. It's payment number 3 to them, $33,000. Suncoast also has payment number 4 on that same project for $5,842 on tonight's agenda. Invoices from BDO, 2 of them in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, keeping your money local, $41,000 and $44,000. Item number 7, EMC Insurance Companies, $32,000, the invoice there. Notice it's all invoices. It's all payments. It's all bills, which is a big chunk of what city government does, is pay bills. Authorizing the housing of prisoners, $19,000. That's for January, he said, in the middle of April. And for Mark, $79,000 invoice. Consider approving a reimbursement to Charles Bell for breakfast at Sahara Brew for a department head meeting, $229 and 84 cents. Just throwing that out without comment. Number 11, invoice from Southern Pipe and Supply, $91,000. An invoice on item number 12 from Mississippi Municipal Workers, $62,000. Then number 13, and I'm amazed we haven't gotten quite the pushback that I thought we would, but there's a reason for that. Item number 13 is to consider approving an ordinance prohibiting the wearing of identity concealing face coverings. On the agenda, it says identify concealing, but they mean identity. Typo. F instead of a T, as that happens. No face masks. It's an anti-face mask law. Number 1, I would have lost any amount of money 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, if you had asked me to bet that Macomb would ever even consider such a law. Not in today's day and age, not in the current political climate in the city of Macomb. I didn't expect there to be really any support for it. But you got to realize something. This ordinance that we're talking about has so many outs, has so many excluded reasons to be allowed to wear a face mask that almost makes it useless in a way. I'll get to the in a way in a second. The exclusions include things like for religious reasons. So if you like to dance around in your Maori mask, you're covered, I guess. I don't know. If you belong to the Church of the Lone Ranger, you're okay to put your little mask on. I don't know what for religious reasons means, but that's included. For health and safety, there's this long list of exclusions to where you're still okay. But to me, this is kind of in a way like a curfew. You and I have talked about curfews before. A lot of people misunderstand the main purpose of having a curfew. We're going to get to that, by the way, in just a second. But main purpose of a curfew is not to arrest people who are violating it. The main purpose of the ordinance against wearing face masks is not to arrest people wearing face masks. It gives probable cause and a legal justification for law enforcement to stop people and find out what they're up to. You see a guy walking around in a mask, okay, we got this ordinance on the books. Now the officer can walk over, hey, you know we got an ordinance against this mask. What are you doing? Where are you going? What's up? Same thing with the curfew. That is the main function of these types of laws. So don't get it mixed up. This isn't so we can form the anti-mask Gestapo and run all over Macomb looking for anybody that's got a face mask on and immediately throw them into jail. No. This is a legal justification and probable cause for law enforcement to, if they see somebody, because most of those exceptions I want you to notice, for religious reasons, for health reasons, for this, that, the other, be no way to know that unless you stop and ask them, talk to them. You can catch a lot of people up to no good if you stop a lot of people and ask them what they're up to, because they're not going to admit it, but boy, are they usually not good at hiding it. So it does serve a very valuable purpose, despite the rather lengthy list of exceptions. Now, I told you we get to the curfew. That's the next item on the agenda. Amending the City of Macomb Ordinance, Section 8626, under 5657, the curfew for minors under the age of 18. The curfew currently is midnight to 6 a.m. This amendment would change it, and the curfew for people under 18 would be from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. I got a thought. Why not just ban them from ever going outside? Let's just keep moving in that direction, right? Let's just lock them up in a back room somewhere and shove some food under the door every day and leave them be until they turn 18. And as usual, there are exceptions for, if you're going to or from work. Because, if you're working, for example, if you're a teenager and you got a job at a fast food restaurant, they're open past 10. Well, not Chick-fil-A, but everybody else is open past 10. And you're going to have some weird hours mixed in there where you've got to be out and about. There's exceptions for that. You're not going to get in trouble for that. But this, to me, falls on, and the intentions are good. Don't misunderstand me. The intentions are just fine for this. Where the problem to me comes in is a problem with thinking. So the curfew that we have in effect, we've had in effect for a little while for people under the age of 18 from midnight to 6. We're going to increase that and make it even earlier because it is working or because it's not. Either one is fraught with logistical and logical problems. If you're extending it because, the midnight to 6 is working, it's really helping. Okay, well, let's just go ahead to the logical extreme and just ban kids from going outside. Problem solved, right? But also, not functionally doable. There has to be a limit to this. If it's working from midnight to 6, I would love to hear an example, an estimate of just how much more it's going to cut down on problems if we extend it from midnight to 6 and change it to 10 until 6. What functional change is that going to make? What difference is that going to make for the taxpayers of Macomb? We never talk about that. We always describe things with glittering generalities. Well, it's going to make things safer. It's going to cut down on the hoodlums running around. Really? So the lawbreakers are going to follow this law? Don't talk to me like I'm stupid. It's annoying and insulting and not winning a lot of friends. By definition, lawbreakers break the law. This ordinance is a law, but they're going to follow it. The only ones that don't follow it are obviously the ones causing the trouble. But again, let's just lock everybody in their house and keep them there no matter what, unless they have a good reason to leave, because that's the American way. Now, that's the discussion for, midnight to 6 is working great. It's really helping. It's cut down on crime. Can't you tell? So we're going to extend it even more. Or it's not working. In which case, you're already doing this and it's not working, but what if we do it harder? What if we do more of it? I bet it'll work then. That's not a productive line of thought to me. We've got to do something. Yeah. Maybe be publicly, vocally, and directly against gang activity and the drug trade? Let's start there. Let's go around the table at the board meeting and have everybody make an unequivocal, very detailed, I'm not talking about naming names, but very detailed, very direct expression of just how bad those two things are for the city of Macomb, how much you're against them, and how much you're willing to do anything to get rid of them. Seems simple. Politicians love to talk. Giving them an opportunity to talk about something everybody's going to agree with, everybody will be on board with that, right? I would assume so. That is the easiest step one I can think of. But no, let's make sure all the good kids who follow the rules are stuck in their room nonstop. By the way, you can't keep putting restrictions on kids leaving the house and then complaining that the kids never leave the house. Pick one, because that's kind of where we're at. That'll be up for discussion tonight. Invoice from PERS, $151,000. Macomb has to pay their part of the employment system fees. Invoice from Hancock Whitney Bank, $900. That's a TIF. $900. Okay, that's not bad. Authorizing approving and authorizing part-time position at the train depot. They had one before somebody had a bad day with his mommy and set it on fire, and now all these years later we got it back, so we got to get the part-time position back. That's just literally part of restoring the Depot Museum to where it was before that happened. Consider sponsoring 2 students with Finding Your Way Out of Poverty, a level-up summer internship program to work 15 to 20 hours. I would assume they need to be done with their work by 10 p.m. At $10 an hour for 6 weeks. Mississippi, and to be fair, you're preparing the kids for what they're going to deal with living in Mississippi, because basically they're going to get $150 to $200 a week minus taxes. How good you going to do? $600 a month. Let's be charitable. $800 a month. Yes, I know they're kids. But I know plenty of adults making the same amount. I see plenty of job offers, job advertisements offering the same amount of money. It's not livable. Bag of Doritos. I don't know if you saw this. The Frito-Lay's Corporation is having a big kerfluffle right now. They're trying to go around and reduce the price on some of their products because, well, a regular size bag of Doritos at the grocery store, not the little snack bag, the regular bag, got up to $7 a bag. So people quit buying it. And they lost money last year, and now they're in a panic and can't figure out what's going on. Should we change the recipe? No, quit being stupid about money. People need more. You don't get to get all of it just because you woke up this morning. Those two truisms, I think, have fallen by the wayside. I'm just saying, finding your way out of poverty, great idea, great concept, great movement. Maybe we ought to teach them to set their expectations a little higher in life. Because the only things you're able to grab are the ones you know to reach for. Just a thought. Apropos of nothing. Good thing with the city of sponsoring this, but... We're not done quite yet. Oh no, there's still somebody out there for me to upset and offend. I'll take care of that right after this. Keep it here.
She's like no other, and I'm just trying
Every now and then, we remind all of you loving, awesome, hardworking husbands that you have a premium it's time to renew. No, it's not life insurance, car insurance, or health insurance. It's way more important than those. I'm Kristen. Gentlemen, it's time to renew those long-term wife insurance policies. When you surprise her with a gift from Selmans, you remind her that no matter what lies ahead, you and she will get through it together. Your gift tells her this long-term wife insurance policy is for life. Renew your long-term wife insurance policy right here at Selmans. We're in it for the long term with you.
Don't miss Dave in the morning. Even when you miss it the first time, you can catch it on the podcast. Missing out would be a crime. SuperTalk 93.5 is always the place to be. Wanna get the podcast version? Here, my friend, is the key. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. It's all there and it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon, or Apple, or just right there on the page. Dave in the morning, late at night, or anytime you have the crave. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com.
Dave Hughes here. Remember, every weekday morning at 9:06, it's Dave in the Morning, where we solve the problems of the world, or at least complain about them really loudly and sarcastically. And if you miss out, you can catch up with the podcast version of Dave in the Morning at SuperTalkPikeCounty.com.
Don't stress, no one knows what goes on in our heads, we are invisible to the rest, they don't know nothing about what we have, 'cause everyone's living in black and white, but we see each other in a different light. Infrared, I know that you're burning up for me.
Welcome back, Super Talk, Mississippi, Pike County, 93.5. Did you make it down to Ponchatoula to the Strawberry Festival this year? Did you wear your Kevlar? These two questions are not unrelated, in case you haven't heard. Chief Brian Larison, police chief of Ponchatoula, reported they had a shooting Sunday morning. Well, I say Sunday morning, after midnight Saturday. 2 people were injured right over next to Tasker Park. They always have a bunch of people gather in Tasker Park and mill around with nothing to do. That's never a good idea. Maybe they should have a curfew during the Strawberry Festival. However, the one thing that is not mentioned, and I'm looking at the I'm looking at the story from WBRZ on it. There's one thing you have to realize. During the Strawberry Festival, we hear about 2 people got shot. Chief Larison said they usually have 300 to 400 people gather at Tasker Park during the Strawberry Festival. During the festival, deputies arrested 19 people and confiscated 12 guns. They missed one, obviously, but arrested 19, confiscated 12. That was across the whole weekend for the Strawberry Festival. What kind of gang-related issues were involved there? If your initial reaction is, "Oh, I'm sure none," well, you're cute and you're naive, because that's a big problem all over, everywhere, to be honest, including here in Southwest Mississippi, and in this case, Southeast Louisiana. I know a lot of people go down to the Strawberry Festival. I would like to say we've had no problems at smoking on the tracks because we know how to do things. But the situation is this. Unless, this goes back to the curfew. Sounds good on paper. Unfortunately, I think it may wind up being one of those things where, well, we did something. Yes, but was it effective? The house is on fire. Listen to this. Learned a new song on the violin. Let me play it for you while we watch the flames. There, I did something. Doesn't mean it was useful, helpful, or had any impact on the current situation. But you did something. I'm getting tired of that. I've been tired of that. We need to do effective things directly targeted at the root cause of the problem. In that particular metaphor I just gave you, that would be the fire. Let's put out the fire. Where is most of the fire coming from? Gangs. Bust them up. Round them up. I mean, that's on the face of it a very simple solution to what is in reality a very complex problem. But if we're going to take an entire age class of people and tell them you can't walk out the door after 10 o'clock, well, apparently we just have a free hand to do whatever we want. We could get this under control. The Strawberry Festival, it's fun event. But I have said this before. Not the Strawberry Festival itself, great event. I don't know if you heard, they got good strawberries. But you notice this didn't happen at the festival itself. We keep hearing this over and over. This is just an ongoing thing. It didn't happen at the festival, at the Strawberry Festival in Ponchatoula. No, it happened at Tasker Park, where 300 to 400 people had gathered and were just listlessly milling around. I don't know why you'd go get in a group of 300 or 400 people out in an empty park and just stand there. How bored are you? If that's your idea of a good time. I agree with the Chief Larison. The quote he gave was, "Something has to change." He said, his quote here, "It's just a large gathering. A lot of people come from out of town. They just set up in the park and barbecue and boil crawfish and whatnot." They had 5 officers stationed there, by the way. 5 officers were there when the shooting happened. They were looking at 5 armed law enforcement officers and decided, well, I'm just going to show what an adult I am and shoot these people in front of the police. This is a great example of why I keep telling you, everybody screams for the police to do something. If the police are standing there staring at you and go, well, I'm going to shoot them anyway, that's not a deterrent for these people. By these people, of course, I mean the ones who think it's a great idea to just start shooting people at a big gathering at a park. For whatever reason, whatever their motivation, don't care, doesn't matter. This is why I keep saying we have deeper issues that we'd better start addressing. Because, again, and this is from the story, due to the constant issues at the park, 5 officers were stationed nearby when the shooting occurred. He proposed a city ordinance to close all city parks to events and gatherings when a special event permit is issued for something like the Strawberry Festival. But he withdrew the ordinance before it came to the vote because he got so much pushback on that idea. We have the most messed up priorities in the history of this country right now. We better figure out a way to unmess them up, or the shootings will continue. Doing more of the same but harder is not going to fix anything. Not going to happen. Final break. Got one last big event I want to talk to you about. Make sure you know about it. Several of them, actually. I'll tell you that one next.
Let me take a step towards you. Let me feel you in my hands. Let me cross this line and show you where it leads. There's a darkness down inside me that I know we'll both enjoy, and it's screaming from within to set it free.
Every now and then, we remind all of you loving, awesome, hardworking husbands that you have a premium it's time to renew. No, it's not life insurance, car insurance, or health insurance. It's way more important than those. I'm Kristen. Gentlemen, it's time to renew those long-term wife insurance policies. When you surprise her with a gift from Selmans, you remind her that no matter what lies ahead, you and she will get through it together. Your gift tells her this long-term wife insurance policy is for life. Renew your long-term wife insurance policy right here at Selmans. We're in it for the long term with you.
Don't miss Dave in the morning, even when you miss it the first time. You can catch it on the podcast. Missing out would be a crime. SuperTalk 93.5 is always the place to be. Wanna get the podcast version? Here, my friend, is the key. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. It's all there and it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon, or Apple, or just right there on the page. Dave in the morning, late at night, or anytime you have to pray. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. It's all there and it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon, or Apple, or just right there on the page.
Closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world.
Be talking more about it as it gets closer, but they have a couple of fundraiser events for Robbie Bass coming up on May the 9th. It's a Saturday. They're going to have a jambalaya fundraiser. Going to have concert. Mike's going to be there. So you know the music's going to be good. We'll tell you more about it as it gets closer. You have a wonderful day. We'll do this again tomorrow morning at 9:06, my friend. I'll see you then.
SuperTalk Mississippi Media Production.